Welcome to Texas Today. I'm Adriana Lopez. Have you ever come across a painting or sculpture and immediately connected it to something meaningful in your life? That is what Colombian-American artist and mixed media sculptor Bernardo Vallarino is doing. His love for intricate designs and pushing boundaries has allowed him to create thought-provoking artwork that challenge and inspire art lovers.
I think all artists have a really big responsibility. We're mirrors of society. We have the capacity to look at issues, to look at the world around us through a different perspective. We're able to see many different things that connects us as human beings, and then bring forth questions. I myself have this concept of the social issues, of bringing things forth that require us to ask very hard questions about ourselves, questions that morally impact us, so that we at the same time hopefully makes us act and do something good and better for those around us. My name is Bernardo Vallarino, and I'm a sculptor, installation artist, and multidisciplinary artist here in Fort Worth. That's a tough question. I think what else to say about myself. I describe myself as a sculptor, as an installation artist. I describe myself as a Colombian-American artist. I am from two different countries. That comes along and describes my artwork quite a bit. I am very empathetic and sympathetic to issues regarding humanity. My work is, in many ways, a whole bunch of questions. It's a conversation piece. Is all part of a plethora of sentences, and they're all connected to one single kind of theme, and that is on how we human beings interact with one another, how in so many ways we treat each other poorly. So the inspiration comes from different places. The inspiration of the artwork comes from my own personal life, as well as the things I see around me. And lastly, also through my love and inquisition about insects and things that I find interesting about insects. So why the insect? That's a good question. Growing up in Colombia, there is a biodiversity of insects that's pretty large. And growing up, I remember just collecting insects, having them around, and this really massive beetles and butterflies of all different kinds. So I've always been intrigued by insects. It wasn't until I was in my undergrad at TCU when I started seeing that every time that I chose insect as a way of creating, there was a passion towards creating or replicating this biology. After a conversation with my professor at TCU about what is it that inspires me, which is humanity and basically politics, I was able to kind of bring those two and connect those two elements, the insect and then the politics. Insects have been a fountain of inspiration metaphorically, because insects become a very great metaphor for how we interact with one another. So for example, I know that everybody at some point has just smacked an insect because they're bugging you. Even the word. I take that lack of empathy, sympathy, connection, recognition of another life, and apply that interaction to us as human beings. That metaphor, that connection is what I'm able to grab from and apply it to my work. And nature is always trying to tell us something, for sure. You just don't listen. What do I want people to take away? I want people to take away a feeling. I want people to empathize, feel empathy for their humankind, for those around them. I want people to bring with them moments that will, in some ways, kind of come back in a moment in their lives where they're doing something or they see something that is not right, and then my artwork maybe comes into mind, and those questions and those ideas, come into perspective, and maybe they will do something about it. Artwork is the most alive once when people see it, but even better when somebody takes the step to do something about it. And that's what I would love my artwork to do.
To view his collection, visit his website, BernardoVallarinoArt.com, and make sure to follow him on Instagram at BernardoVallarinoArt.